So now Sam knew everything. Knew that the best friend he'd murdered had betrayed him for the best reason in the world. Knew that the thing he'd helped Lambert build needed to be utterly destroyed. He was his own man now. And all his ties to his old life were gone. Except for Grim. She called me to call in a favor. It was too late to go for the other EMPs, but she did want me to go get Sarah. Sam deserved that much at least. Meanwhile, she'd be at the White House doing whatever the hell she thought she could do there. So, I said yes. No way I was gonna leave Sarah down there for when the shit hit the fan. And I wasn't gonna abandon her father. Not even when he just waded in and started beating answers out of people. Then again, that was pure Sam. Pure Sam when he got mad.
This mission I would never like to play ever again. I'm your host, Sinister1, and welcome back to more Splinter Cell Conviction. This mission is just not set up for you to stealth all of the enemies. Now, first of all, let me get this to the point. You can't stealth these enemies. I mean, obviously you can stealth them, you can kill them silently, which we will do. But you do have to take every single one of them out. In this first section, the next couple of sections you can skip every enemy, and then there's another section up ahead that you have to take everyone out to get the scientist. And then after that, you have to take a bunch of people out again. But then after that, you can skip and bypass everybody. And then at the very end, you can get around everybody again. So there's like a lot of portions in this mission itself that force you to kill a lot of enemies. You're going to get detected no matter what towards the end. I mean, it's scripted, so... But I do my best here to try to remain as stealthy as possible throughout this whole thing, utilizing the gadgets that I have. I do some CQC, I also do some mark and execute, but I only do the mark and execute when I feel that it is truly needed and brings something fun, because I know some of you out there would like to see me do some mark and execute a little bit more to get off some of those really, really cool kills. But I also love the challenge of trying to get behind a single person and taking them out as well. So I won't mark and execute everyone that I can kill in here, and I will try to kill them individually in as many ways as I can, but obviously this could be a very, very long mission if you're trying to take every individual soldier that you have to out. So as you can see here, we can get the first two guys pretty easily. So what happens is once the first guy doesn't report in, then they automatically know that Sam is there. There's nothing you can do about that. So your best bet is just to wait until that happens, and the guy will automatically always come to that little area and you can take him out pretty quickly. The guy that you need to interrogate will always remain in the same spot. He'll never move, he'll never look behind him, therefore you have all of the time in the world to take out any enemy that comes into this back area, and that is the plan. So the only two left are the ones that are in the front area, so you're just going to like kind of wait for them one at a time. This guy's going to be coming up, and once he does, then we can just go to where the other guy is and try to take him out as well. But, I mean, pretty easy stealth here in the very, very beginning sections. One thing that I do have to say about Conviction that I'm not a big fan of is the movement isn't just as precise as I would like it to be. I know I'm playing on a mouse and keyboard, but there's some weight to his animations, and it feels like sometimes when you want to roll or when you want to turn or do something that you want Sam to do, and it has to be done in a specific time, sometimes it cannot work as well as you want it to. Here, I just... I had an idiot moment here and I missed this headshot because I do like how their heads move around constantly. And see, that's another thing. When you're behind cover, your aiming reticle will move slightly when you go out of cover to shoot. So you have to kind of prepare for that as well, which can take a little bit of time to get used to, so you might miss a few headshots. Always aim a little bit ahead or behind where the cover will be, so hopefully that doesn't confuse you. But he said I was a ninja, so I decided to jump around like a ninja.
Tell me what I need to know, and I might not snap your neck.
Fuck you. I'm not afraid of you, Fisher.
Wrong answer. That's a weaponized EMP over there. How do I shut it down?
Don't know. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell you, asshole.
Funny. Now, tell me what I need to know.
I don't know anything else. I swear.
Stop wasting my time.
Ah!
If you don't know, who does?
Oh! Scientist! Brought over by Prentice! Inside the warehouse! Oh. Gonna be disposed of after the EMP goes off! She knows!
You don't say.
Alright, so I for one do not believe in leaving him here. He is the only guy that I want to kill in this game. Because it makes no sense for us to leave him there. Because he's still alive, yet we're leaving him to phone in his boss and say, hey, Fisher's here. Why don't you do something about it, you know? But it's the funny note is if you actually go back out there, you'll see that he's disappeared. So, again, I'm not a fan of that type of gameplay where, you know, cutting corners and things like that or whatever. I know it's a video game, but we should have killed him. I mean, if we're going to interrogate him, we got to get the information we need, or at least, at the very, very least, knocked him out. So you're going to have moments of darkness here. So just, it's very simple. Just utilize those moments of darkness and get to this cover. Wait till the next one comes up. Right there, it just did. And then you can go. Use your portable EMP. Quickly come up here. It can be very difficult, and it might take you a few times to do. I can't guarantee you're going to have that success every single time, but it's the only way you're going to be able to get around because of that guard inside. Here, took me quite a while to figure out because it is actually quite a tough section to get by without taking anyone out, just because of guards' placements. But I found a way to distract the guards enough to actually distract them so much that they go back to their normal pattern. I know that that sounds completely weird, but you'll see what I'm talking about here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to climb this pipe. We need to save the scientist. We have to kill every enemy that is inside the room with the scientist. Here, what you want to do is shoot this light because we're going to be dropping down from there. Immediately afterwards, shoot this corner. For some reason, that makes all the guards go back to what they were doing and talking. So they don't see you. The ones we just passed, they're still doing the same thing they were doing. It's kind of weird, but it worked every single time. It gets them back to their normal pattern so they're not searching around the room. Here, use your EMP to get in the room and then use it again to get out of the room. It is very, very tough to do. There's also a pipe that you can climb, which is also tough to do. Here, you want to get behind this guy. You got to take him out because everyone that is located near this room has to be taken out. And the reason you want to take this guy out is because you need the, the execute or whatnot if you don't have it already, which we already did, so it didn't really matter. But you still got to take him out because you won't be able to talk to the scientists without everyone in that vicinity being taken out. So it's not. I make it a little harder than it needs to be. So just mark these guys. You can climb over the edge to where you have all of them shown. As you can see, there's like just a small portion right up here where you don't have to climb down. But it's really, really tough to line up to get all four. And it's all about, moving Sam in the right position, getting him perfect to where they all four show red at the same time. And once they do, take that hit because, of course, if you mess up, then you're going to get caught. But we got it here, so mass and still flag. Even though it doesn't make sense where we shot him from.
I'm gonna keep watch from here.
I don't know who you are or what you're doing here, but thank you. They were going to...
Save it. There's a weaponized EMP slung up 100 yards from here. It's going to be activated tonight. Tell me how to stop
You
it.
can't. There's 2 generators on site. When they're activated, they'll juice the EMP, and then it'll discharge.
What's the catch?
If you take out one generator, the other one automatically flashes. Each of them alone is enough to trigger the pulse.
So I need to hit both at the same time.
Yes. Or else it goes off. Are you with a friend? Otherwise, there's no way.
There's always a way. Now you better go. Things are going to get ugly around here.
It's going to get ugly everywhere.
Alright, so moving on to the next section here, we're going to go ahead and change tactics a little bit, where we need to bring in a type of assault rifle or submachine gun. The reason we're doing that is because we're going to have a lot of guards in the end that we have to kill, and it's just better to have some type of weapon that will allow you to do a lot of damage to someone. So we're going to go with a stealthy weapon, because obviously you guys know me. The MP5 SD3. And we'll get it all the way up to max. And the only reason I went with this one is because it has a silencer on it, so you guys know me. Even when I kill, I like to be silent. For some reason I got stuck on this. You gotta stand in order to move up. Actually, there was a few portions in this level where I glitched into walls after jumping from like a box or something. It was really weird. This section, you gotta take everyone out, so enjoy the cutscene.
Right about then, things started getting complicated. For some reason, Sarah was suspicious, but I'd managed to talk her into climbing into the chopper and had gone airborne to rendezvous with Sam. But there were too many moving parts for things to go smoothly, and Sam didn't know what he was really up against. Tagging the generators that fed the EMP so I could take them out from the air? That was the least of it.
So, as I mentioned, this section you have to take every single soldier out, and the reason for this is because there's a soldier that has a turret at the very, very end, and you have to take him out. I guess he would be the only one you truly have to take out, but because of how many soldiers there are, there's no freaking way to get around every soldier except him. You're going to get caught, and obviously the whole purpose of this is never to get caught. So yes, take every single soldier out here. So if you guys love some Sinistrain 01 doing some kills, you're going to see it here. But we got to do it stealthy, and I know this is kind of an easy way to do it. But again, all the walkthroughs that I do, I try to come up with easy ways for you. The whole purpose is for you. This is not a challenge for me. This is a challenge for you, is to hopefully teach you and help you to figure out how you can take these guys out without being seen. And do it consistently. That's always been the goal of the channel. It's never been the goal for me to show off any particular set of skills that I've acquired over years of playing stealth games. It's to show that you can do it. It's to make it as easy as possible for someone like you to do it. So as you can see, every single time, you can always get one at a time to come in here. All the way up until probably the last two guys. And then the last two guys will be a little bit more difficult to get to come to this edge. So at that point, you can just shoot them. But here's the problem. Some of them have helmets or visors on, and you won't be able to get a headshot on. So if you have to use a portable EMP grenade to jump up on them and to be able to take them out. Don't know how that guy didn't see me. I admit I got super lucky there. The AI is a hit and a miss in this game. I mean, sometimes it's amazing and they'll see you from like literally distances that no way they can see Sam. Like if you're hiding in a bush, like a bush that's completely covered up, and there's no way in real life anyone would be able to see you, just because it's not a dark area that the game's considered to be dark. That's how it kind of conceives its stealth in this game is, okay, this is a dark area, we go black and white, they can't see me. Well, if this bush is literally considered in the light, even though you're still completely not able to be seen in real life, and that kind of happens. So I tried a few different ways to get around some of the guards in the next section, but I think the way that I did it, I mean, it ain't going to work every single time. It's just one of those sections where it's not meant for you to get by everybody because it has a long cutscene attached to it, and if you mess up... And see, that's what I'm talking about there, is that even though he saw me, he's dead, so it really doesn't matter. He wasn't coming up to the cover. But in that case, if you want to be safe and sure, then use a portable EMP grenade, or hell, even throw a remote mine behind him and kill him. But these guys are a little bit more tougher to get them to do what you want because they're a little bit further away. So you might have to take them out individually in a certain way or not. But he's coming close enough to where we can distract him. I just wish there was other things that we could do, like whistling or something like that. As you can see, he has a helmet on, so trying to go for that headshot's going to get you caught automatically, and it might screw you up because if a guard does see you, even though you kill him, sometimes other guards will still magically know where you are, even if they don't know where you are. So here, I'm just trying to debate to myself, what am I going to do? He's got a helmet on. I can't shoot him in the head. I don't want to shoot him in the head. So I eventually am going to end up using the portable EMP to take him out. I know it's kind of a waste, but since every new section that we go into, we have a new weapon stash, so we can always re-equip ourselves with it. Take him out quickly. And then we just got the one guy, plus the guy that is waiting behind the turret. Here, you can just shoot this guy whenever you want. You should not get caught doing a headshot through the glass of one of these windows or whatever. The other guy can't even see you, but as you can see, he can't hear any distractions or anything like that. So just line you up a good headshot and take him out. Pretty simple. Now we got Mr. EMP, and you can easily take him out. Or not Mr. EMP, Mr. Turret. Just angle your grenade the best that you can to get it to where it's as close as you can to him. My guess is, because this is a mechanical weapon, you could probably use an EMP as well. Mark him and then execute him, since we have some available. But as you can see, even that grenade didn't kill him. So you just gotta kind of angle it the best you can. You just never know where Sam's really gonna throw. But once he is taken out, the turret is completely done. And now we can move on to the next section where you can get by every guard without taking them out. Again, this is me just being frustrated that I had to take them all out because I didn't want to do it. So here it's going to take you a few times. So quickly move up here as quick as you can because there's going to be a guard heading your way. You'll have to wait here for like a minute if you don't do this quickly. He won't see you because you're in the dark. I know. Some guards will see you amazingly, but some others won't. Throw a remote mine there because we're going to use that as a distraction. We're going to use a portable EMP because we still got 2 left. And that is, you want to be seen there. You want to slightly be seen. It's better to be seen. The reason you want to do that is because you get them looking completely in that direction so you can easily go all the way behind them. And now it's kind of a waiting game. It's kind of a trying your best judgment. And everyone is looking in that direction. It can be very, very challenging to get by this section without, as you can kind of hear that someone almost saw me twice right there, but they didn't actually go into the red. So as you can see, we distracted them enough and we were able to get by without taking any of them out. So again, some necessary sacrifices there in order to make this work, but it was the best that I could figure out to be able to get around them quickly. We didn't use the remote. We were going to use it if we needed to, but we didn't. Here, it's just as soon as you get to this point, it might take you a few times. I actually did it the first time, which I was really happy with myself, because it's really challenging. But as you can see, all of them are on that side. So if you can get it the first time without having to restart a checkpoint, then they will all be on that side, and you should be able to do exactly what you see me do and have a better chance. If not, then you're going to be pretty much inside the building, and then that's going to be even tougher. So unfortunately, again, this worked for me the first time. So, and it's not the way that I planned it. It's not the way that I rehearsed it when I went through the levels earlier, learning people and stuff like that. So even I had to come up with what I just did here on the fly because I always thought that it wasn't going to work. Next section up ahead, you can get by every enemy without taking out, and then the final section, you have to take every enemy out. This one is probably the most frustrating, as the guards just for some reason do not want to look away from the exit point at all. But give it some time. It's going to take you a while, and again, it's not going to work every time if you're trying to never be detected. It's so tough, but you can do it, as you'll see here. It's just really, really, really tough. And then once you get past a certain point, the cinema will automatically play. So what we're going to do here is we're going to shoot out the lights just to give ourselves a chance to be able to move up. And now I finally learned that you can zoom in with the mouse click, which is something I wish I would have done in the one level. that I, for some reason, just did not know.
Nearby.
Alright, so once you got them moving around,
Looks like we got a hostile in the area. Spread out and find him.
we are going to switch over to an EMP. You should be able to find an open space. Now remember, the guards will always do different things, so I can't tell you 100% that you're going to get everything the same that I do. But use the same similar tactics to get over to here. And what you want to do is you got to throw an EMP grenade here so that the lights go out, so that the guards can't see you. And you distract them a little bit, you blind them a little bit, and then you can make your way up.
Fisher, my employers have put too much time and too much money in on this for you to fuck it up now. Sorry, soldier, but it's over.
I know you're busy, but listen up. Grim had me pick up Sarah to get her out of danger. She's on board, and we're inbound.
Dad? What's going on? Mr. Cost explained some of it, but I don't understand what...
Just sit tight, sweetheart. It's gonna be all right.
BTA is sad, but I need the second generator coordinates if I'm gonna help you. I can patch you into Prentice Common. Now avoid getting your ass shot before I get there.
This part's simple. You just got to take everybody out. So do your mark and execute if you need to on these two guys. But you're going to get caught anyways because the helicopter, so there's no reason to worry about being undetected here. So just headshot them. Then we're going to be a little bit later head switching to our assault rifle because it's going to allow us to be able to have more ammunition. So your best bet is always to move after the helicopter fires. It can only fire at you from 2 different locations, that's to the right and to the left, but from here you'll never be able to get shot, so you'll be okay. As you can see, headshots don't really work as much, so that's why I switch. That's why I made sure that I had this weapon with me, because you can take them out in one shot with your SMG here. And they don't technically even know where you are too, so as you can see as they're aiming in different locations because they have no idea where I am. And then as soon as the helicopter's done, like I said, you're going to get detected no matter what, so just move forward. But just try to time it to where he's not shooting and you move forward. Here, just stick to this point right here. Stay right here.
You'll think of something.
Throw a remote
Those coordinates and we're fucked.
mine all the way where I just threw it. As you can see, there's going to be a couple of guards that are going to drop down from the helicopter. You can take almost all of them out if you have a good, grenade.
Back off, we'll deal with them on the ground.
And here, you just wait till all of them start getting closer to you, and you take them out one by one. The helicopter will always stay on the right side, so your objective is to get to the left side to do the generator. Again, slowly pop out every now and then. There still is one more enemy, even though I don't see him. There is one more enemy. And again, you just heard him there, but don't go on the right. I was kind of confused. I thought that was coming from the helicopter because I thought everyone was done, but then I saw him at the last second. I was like, oh shit. So thank God I didn't just run, because I would have been killed like instantly. And now you're pretty much free to go and you've completed this level. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, thank you for all the love and support on the videos. And of course, I will see you on the next mission. Peace out.
Loud and clear. Hey, Sam! How's that for timing?
Meg! Get us out of here! Weapons are hot, he's firing!
No kidding. Find yourself some cover. This is gonna get messy.
Dad?
Sarah.
I thought you were dead. They told me you were dead.
Sam, I'm sorry, but if I hear that Black Arrow radio chatter right, we are out of time. I'll let you sit next to it, but we gotta go. No!